Hi, I'm Brittany, and in this video I want to talk about Mars in Leo. So what is Mars? Mars is this fiery, aggressive planet that shows our aggression, our assertion, how we go after what we want, how we get what we want, our drive, our energy, kind of our mojo, our sexy power. For men, it shows a lot about how they seduce a woman, the qualities that they think are manly and attractive, and the qualities that they will use in trying to get a woman back to the bedroom. So it's a very animalistic planet. It's about taking what we want and having it, and this can be for sex. It's a sexual planet, or it can be just for life, right? What we want and how do we get it, right? We use our Mars energy. And for women, Mars can show the type of man that sexually turns her on. Mars can show the lover, Sun can show the husband. But in either sex, the Mars sign is going to really show what someone's energy is like, and sort of a bit about what one desires and how one will go about getting it. Okay, so Mars in Leo. This is Mars in a fiery sign, and I have this placement, so I know a little bit about it, and I know a lot of people with it too. So these people are very showy, and there is a way about them that everything they do is like a dramatic thing. So it's not enough to just do something. They have to make a big deal about what they're doing. And for them to get passionately involved in something, it's they need to make a big deal about it and tell everyone about it. So like there's a lot of hair flipping and dramatic storytelling, like, oh my god, this happened to me, I met this guy and let me tell you, and they gotta call up everybody. Like, so this Mars is a bit of a drama queen, and there is a tendency to dramatize things and situations, especially about love and sex. These people are very very attractive to the opposite sex, and very attracted to the opposite sex, because these people kind of live for romance and love and sex, because Leo rules the 5th house and Leo's ruled by the sun, so the light of their lives is gonna somewhat revolve around romance and love and sex. So they are very passionate and very involved lovers, and when they find someone worthy to be their lover, they can put them up on a pedestal and see people as sort of like this god-like person that they're attracted to. But Mars and Leo sees people as gods, but you're never above them, because Mars and Leo inwardly feel like they are gods. So you are a god for them to be attracted to you, because they are the above god. And so I'm hoping that makes sense. They treat other people like gods, but they themselves feel like they're a little bit higher up always, and it's kind of like that. So, but they can make people feel really good about themselves. Like Mars and Leo men are just lovely, but they really know how to make a woman feel good about herself, how to make her open up sexually, how to charm the pants off her. And so they can be kind of players, but not so much. There's a need to have a lot of sex in their lifetime, but they would rather have it with one person than hundreds, but they would rather have it anyway than none at all. But yeah, Mars and Leo men and women like a lot of sex, but it's they also have a lot of respect for themselves, and they can be kind of egotistical about it, like, as if I would never go near that person. They kind of have an ego about it, but deep down they're really horny individuals that probably have a lot more sex than they will even tell anybody about. But yeah, the men can make women feel really beautiful and loved, because Oh yeah, another thing about this Mars sign is when they want you, when they like you, they have no holding back. They will lay it on you about how awesome and beautiful and sexy and fabulous and how you are just the most beautiful person that has ever walked the earth, and they will really lay on all the charm, and they're not faking it either. This is a very real and honest Mars placement. They really do think you're that awesome because of course they are gods. So if you turn them on in the slightest bit, you are also pretty awesome. So they have to let you know, and they will let you know with this one. They won't hold back on showing praise and attention to the one that they're attracted to. But they can be very jealous, quarrelsome. Jealous is some of the terms I've read, and kind of dominating, because there's this king-queen complex, right? But usually it's done out of love. When they're trying to dominate your life, it's because they love you and they think they know what is right, because they think they are gods deep down. But yeah, and there can be a jealous streak too, because they are so needing to have their ego praised that if you show even the slightest little interest in someone else, they will attack. And this is Mars in a fire sign, and the thing about Mars and fire signs and expressing anger is that they can actually enjoy it. So if they see a reason to fight about something, they will throw a big fight about it and kind of like it. They like anger in a weird way, because once they express it and let it out, they can move on. Mars and Leo can hold on to some hurt feelings, but usually they really do want to see the sunny side of people, that they will forgive and forget and move on. But they do get hurt a lot in your ego, just because their ego is so huge. It's bound to get hurt a little bit, right? What else about Mars and Leo? Okay, very, very creative people. These are the real rock stars. They can be very talented at a wide variety of things, and quite likely they are very good at a lot of things. But it's not enough for them to just be good at something. They need to also be able to show it off to people. Like if they play the guitar, they need to be able to be on a stage playing the guitar, because that will give them great pleasure. Or if they can cook an awesome meal, they need to be able to have all their friends and family over and cook it for all. Just like they need that that showiness about it. They're creative and they're talented, but they don't hate to be noticed for it. They would love it if you told them. Yeah, another thing, they're very good in bed. They naturally know what to do, and because Leo is naturally ruled by the 5th house and the sun, so they're very sunny lovers. They know what to do to make you feel really good, and they feel a lot. And in my Jeffrey Wolf Green book I've read, so they feel so turned on that you feel turned on because they're so turned on, and in turn it turns you on. So this creates this huge sexual energy so they have amazing sex. I mean, out of any of the Mars signs, they probably enjoy sex one of the most, more than probably all of them. They really, because it's just the sun to them. It is life. It is giving of life. Oh yeah, and they can be wonderful parents, because they're going to be very motivating to their children and really encourage them, and they're going to also be very proud of their children. Like, look, I made this beautiful creation. And so they can be very, very good parents. What else? Okay, yeah, another thing. So it's common, this is from my Jeffrey Wolf Green book, to get this book. It's called Relationships Are Essential Needs, and it goes deeply into the Venus and Mars signs and what they really want at a soul level. But anyways, so Mars and Leo at a soul level, it's common to have past lifetimes, or where actually they weren't allowed to be who they wanted to be, or they weren't allowed to have an ego or something. So in this lifetime they come in and they're very full of themselves, and they want to be acknowledged for how awesome they are, and just to let them know that this is actually a good thing, and this is where your soul is needing to go. It's okay to shine. It's okay to feel fabulous and awesome. It's okay to be a little bit egotistical sometimes, as long as you're not harming anybody else, of course, which you're probably not. Like, this isn't a cruel Mars sign, it's just a Mars sign that knows what we are, what we want, and how to get it. And yeah, you can usually tell when someone has this because there is a certain flair and a dramatic outgoingness. These people don't hold back. They will say what they want, they will go after what they want, and if they want you, well, you better watch out because they're going to be pretty charming. So it might be hard to resist. Okay, anyways, there's a little bit about Mars and Leo. Hope you liked this. I'm going to do the other Mars signs, I think, now, or some of them at least. Thank you for watching. Bye.